teachers to go and start their teaching career in a private school. I don't know what happens to them after certain period of time. I get calls from the same principal again. तो पहिला पठाइदिएको त छोडिसक्यो सर, फेरि पठाइदिनु न अर्को. I guess this can speak to you what we mean by teacher shortage. So this is the first thing that we would like to delve into. And you will be getting the information from those who have sustained this profession. We have sustained teaching for several years. So that will of course be valuable for us to learn who leaves the profession and who stays in the profession. The second issue was frequent turnover, I just highlighted. And the next is declining appeal of the teaching profession. Declining appeal. If, I don't know how many of you decided to become a teacher deliberately or making your dream to become a teacher, or how many of you happen to be a teacher by incident? So was it a choice or it was just an incident? And why we cannot tell the younger generation to dream for becoming a teacher? Several of us are here are parents. How many of us encourage our children to become teachers? That could be another pressing issue for every one of us. So our discussion will move around these three issues, and the central thread that will run through the discussion is, if the teachers are not happy from within, they will not make their students happy. And if students are not happy, they will not learn from that teacher. So we are in search of happy teachers, in search of teachers who have sustained several years in the field of teaching. So I hope, I'm not that experienced in running the panel discussion, but I hope I will try to get some valuable ideas for you, and we will not frustrate you from the discussion. So I would like to begin with Associate Professor Motikala Supadevan. Despite her poor health, I don't know I use the appropriate word or not, despite her poor health, she decided to come to attend our conference. And it's a great surprise and pride for me to see my leader sitting next to me, getting ready to respond to my questions despite such worsening health. And she's a female leader and a metaphor for leadership at Nelta. So we do not have any conditioning for, giving these words to her. So, dear madam, I would like to start off our discussion on a personal note. Do you remember how you came into teaching or your teaching field? And what led you to become a teacher or teacher educator? Was it a choice, as I said before, or it happened by incident? Don't worry about the low voice. We will try to. Yes, ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Minister. Due to my down voice, I'll try to speak slowly. It wasn't my choice. When I completed my master's degree from the Tribhuvan University, I joined the law campus. That was the day, that was the time when you see the mass of students in colleges. In my class, 200 students in one section. We have 6 sections at that time. So I started teaching my English from there. And we were, as a teacher, helmet teacher, we used to say that. So that was not the sufficient for teaching at the law campus. We hopped from one college to another college, Asian College, St. Mary's, David Academy, MW. There are so many colleges. I tried the kind of teaching of a son and a child. So it was a kind of really interesting and very, I was enthusiastic at that time. So personally, I chose that profession. So I couldn't say that. It was a kind of somebody forced you to do that. From the beginning of my childhood, I tried to become a teacher because I used to see my leaders and teachers how they could easily teach English in class without disturbing and with fluency. And so I thought, why not I should be a teacher? And after a long gap, then I became a teacher, educator, that I developed myself. And after becoming a president of Nelta, I became a leader. So I'm a teacher, educator, and also a leader. So it's a long journey of 30 years. So it was my path I chose myself. I'm very happy. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, madam. And dear participants, did you notice? We heard her say that she chose the teaching profession herself, so it was her choice. And I would like to have one more question following up, madam, to you. So, how do you look at teaching professions today, means these days? Because these days, teaching profession is most probably the least preferred job. How would you look at this scenario? Your time when you decided to become a teacher and the generation that is unwilling to become a teacher. Quick note, madam.
Thank you, sir. So I agree with you. Nowadays, young generations or other adults also, it's teaching is a least preferred job because there are so many factors contributing it. We have to see that in our teaching profession, it's been more than 30 years I've been here, but there is a lack of low payment, okay, low pay, and also financial insecurity. And the second one is that workload, high workload and burnout. And also when we see that from the administration side, we never got any opportunity for our professional advance kind of professional development. So no opportunities, and also from the societal perspectives, and there is a kind of teacher is a kind of social kind of job. It's not very highly respected. So everyone wants to make their children about the doctor, engineer, everything, but not a teacher. So, and also management factors. There are many challenges from the government policies and so many other factors. I think these are the things, okay?
Thank you. Thank you, madam. That was a pure delight to listen to you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I would like to go with Sunita madam, and I collected an interesting thread about your experience. I came to learn that you began your career in teaching and you spent 5 years in teaching, then you quit the teaching profession and joined the current profession, means administrative officer at the local government. How would you reflect on your choice? Don't you think that I should have continued my teaching career? Or you think, no, I am in a position from where I can contribute more to the nation than when I was a teacher? What's your reflection? Over to you, Sunita ma'am.
Thank you, sir. I think I will express my feelings about what experience in my body.
That's perfectly fine, madam. That's perfectly fine.
And
Yes.
प्रोफेसनमा चाहिँ म यो विद्यार्थीमा आउनुभन्दा अगाडि विद्यार्थीमा आउनुभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ मैले 3-4-5 वर्षको मेरो एक्सपिरियन्स हुन्छ जीवनमा र त्यो एक्सपिरियन्स चाहिँ मेरो विद्यार्थी जीवनमा मैले अनुभव गर्न पाएको छु लिन पाएँ मैले त्यतिखेर चाहिँ अब एज अ स्टुडेन्ट मैले आफ्नो सोसाइटीलाई कसरी कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्न सक्छु भन्ने हिसाबले पनि मैले त्यतिखेर चाहिँ टिचिङ प्रोफेसनमा म केही समयको लागि रहेको थिएँ भने अर्को कुरा चाहिँ एज अ पकेट मनीको रूपमा पनि हामीले चाहिँ पकेट मनी पनि मैले केही अर्न गर्न सक्छु भनेर नै मैले चाहिँ केही समय म त्यो प्रोफेसनमा लागेको छु र त्यसपछि चाहिँ मैले किन क्लिक गरेँ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ यो चाहिँ मेरो जब म 9-10 अहिलेसम्म चाहिँ म 8 क्लासदेखि नै मेरो चाहिँ यो गभर्मेन्ट जबभन्दा अफिसरको खाता अधिकृत चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ भन्ने मेरो चाहिँ एउटा गोल थियो एउटा कन्सेप्ट थियो। किनभने मेरो एकजना टुप्पी चाहिँ महिला विकास अधिकृत हुनुहुन्थ्यो। म उहाँबाट एकदमै इन्सपायर भएको थिएँ। त्यही भएर उहाँ टुप्पी जस्तो चाहिँ अफिसर हुनु चाहिँ पर्छ भन्ने लागेको थिएँ। त्यही भएर डाइरेक्ट भएर म आज चाहिँ यहाँ भनेर आएको थिएँ। र अब टिचिङलाई नै प्रमोसन लिएको भएर मैले अब डेडिकेटेड भएर नै गर्छु जस्तो लाग्छ। अब हरेक फिल्डमा अब कोही पनि सफल हुनु छ भने चाहिँ डेडिकेटेड भएर नै लाग्नुपर्छ। हार्डवर्क अवश्य त्यहाँ चाहिन्छ। त्यसको लागि मैले राम्रो नै कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्थेँ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई। र एज अ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर गभर्मेन्टको अफिसर भएको कारणले पनि कुनै पनि अब पोलिसी लेभलमा मैले टिचर सम्बन्धी होइन टिचरहरूको सेवा सुविधा पोलिसी बनाउने लेभलमा कुनै पनि ब्याकग्राउन्डमा सपोर्ट भएर मैले चाहिँ कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्न सक्छु जस्तो लाग्छ।
Yes, madam. Dhanyawad. Now I would like to go with Nelta sir. Reflecting on your backgrounds in teaching and teacher leadership, what has motivated you to stay committed to the education field for so long? Given that many quit this profession, as we are highlighting this part, can you share with us a specific experience or event that has been very instrumental in maintaining your passion and dedication to this field? And before you respond to my question, I think many of us who have joined Nelta and worked under Nelta leadership recognize Nelta sir very well. And he has been a towering personality in several forms of Nelta activities. So listening to you and getting your lived experience would be inspiring experience for many of our participants. Over to you, sir.
Thanks a lot. The question I should attempt to answer is what led me to continue, right?
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
But before focusing answering to this question, I think I should start. How did I become a teacher?
Yes, sir. Yes, you can start from there.
I was born in a remote village of Tiratham district. Until now, there is no road access. When I passed SLC, I was maybe 15. The reason I was 15 was my head teacher in primary school suggested my father to jump one class. When I completed grade 3, the school put me to grade 5. Then my SLC became 1 year earlier. I was 15. When I was 16, I had passed SLC. In the village, coming from a peasant family, my parents would need a job for me. They would need a job for me. And in the village area, there was only one job, that was being a teacher. I had no ideas at the time whether other jobs could exist in this universe. Because the district headquarters was 4 hours work. In the villages, there are no jobs. Only there is schools and teachers. And I thought there is only one job in the country, that was the job of a teacher. I started looking for the job, and in my local community school, I got a job of a teacher. Primary school teacher after class 10. SLC would qualify, officially qualified to be a primary teacher. And the government could provide you the letter of appointment. I joined teaching in 1977. Okay, 77. I was 16. My salary, that was the government salary, not the community raised money, official salary was You might surprise 182 rupees and 75 paise. That was the primary school teacher's basic salary. I continued the job. Then after I wanted to go for further study. When I continued my study, and the studies were my eye opener. The kinds of module I studied, the kind of fun I made in learning, and the teacher's rapport at the time encouraged me to be a teacher continuously, not looking into the other opportunity. So many of my friends became the officers, they joined bureaucracy, they also collected form, looks like a form for me to fill in. But I don't know why I did not, or I was not interested to go into the government job. I never wanted to become, let's say, the secretary or the undersecretary of office. That was not my passion. Then after I liked it, when I started working, I started liking. I started loving it. That was fun. Once that was the situation, everybody is a political human being. I was politically a little bit conscious and interested. And there was a position of an executive director of 41 human rights organizations consortium. Then I applied for that and I got that job opportunity. That was a very difficult political situation in Nepal. I worked for 3 years. I resigned. My authority did not approve my resignation for 4 months. I had to knock down so frequently, and finally I quit and I went back to teaching. My point here is a passion. Teaching is a passion. Some of my friends who know me closely, they tell me, if you don't have opportunity to teach, maybe you will go to the street and bring someone, the passerby, into the classroom and teach few minutes or hours and send the guy. So it's a kind of, when I was doing my master's degree in the UK, there was a British guy and he would love coffee. He would visit my room and would you like coffee? Yes, I'm dying for it. Would you like to be a teacher? Yes, I'm dying for it. I love it. It was a coincidence. Mostly I did not become teacher alone. I became a teacher of English plus head teacher. For 9.5 years, I got the opportunity to be an English teacher and the principal in a school fully sponsored by the British government. And I was a little bit fortunate to have more money. More money. The British government would pay more money. And that could reduce the kind of anxiety, money matters anxiety, right? Later on, I forgot money. I started working. I believe that the more you work, the more money you will make. And teacher is a dynamic position. Teacher is not only a teacher. Teacher is a journalist, like Gandhiji. Teacher is a human rights activist. Teacher is an editor. Teacher is a translator. So people, if you are a good teacher, people keep giving you some part-time jobs to make handsome amounts of money. Okay? We have an anxiety that we are not making money. Some of my students say, oh, my friend bought a house in Kathmandu, he has a car, he has a lot of money. And I tell these people, you voluntarily join the job, you leave that, you will not make money. Teaching is a job, it is not for making money. The money whatever you get, that is bad. If you enjoy in the classroom with the students, you can be a teacher. Otherwise, it's better not to choose the position of teacher. So, I was fortunate being a teacher and teacher leader or principal. I could also influence the institution. I want to give you one thing how I influenced the authority. When I was the principal in the school sponsored by the British government, I changed one rule. The rule was teachers should be paid for overtime. We have a lot of overtime. The director did not accept. The payment includes everything. Homework checking, question setting, you carry a lot of homework, students' assignment to home and check there. This package is included. Your salary is included not only for going to the classroom and lecture. Everything. Visit school on Saturday and distribute, progress report. That is also included. I had a hot debate with this subject. Finally, what we agreed? What we agreed was every teacher in my school was entitled to get 1 month's extra salary in lieu of the overtime. Overtime was not calculated, but every teacher was paid 1 month's extra salary. So my teacher should get 14 months salary at the end of the academic session. So the point to conclude this, I'm sorry taking a lot of time, to conclude this, liking, passion, working with the different types of people, enjoying this vocation. Otherwise, other components will deviate us and we won't enjoy teaching. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Hemanta sir, for bringing those days of teaching and your experience into that, and some of the key words that you have just shared, the commitment, the passion that keeps the teachers on their long journey. Now I would like to go with Dharmendra sir. Uh, moving on, your teaching career, especially the beginning career, and arriving at the stage from where you could lead several hundred teachers in your districts and across the country, and your recent movement, Best Teacher Award. I think you were the one who initiated that Best Teacher Award campaign in Jhapa. And we have very rarely heard the teachers being awarded. I do not want to go into the political award ceremony. The kind of Best Teacher Award that Dharmendra sir initiated was something significant for us to listen to. So, beginning with how you came into teaching, I would want you to focus more on what led you to initiate that campaign in Jhapa district. Dharmendra sir, over to you.
Thank you, Master. Thank you for this opportunity to share my ideas in front of high voltage people in front of me. I'm a very small position teacher, still acting as a teacher. And you have mentioned me as a teacher leader. Whether I'm a teacher leader or not, I don't know. But you are making me a leader. As Sir said, somebody made him a teacher. Yes, how I became a teacher, it was not my choice in the beginning. I wanted to be an army. It was my choice when I was studying in class 4. Only one time in my life I took my ambition of becoming an army and coming to the village with a rifle, and most of the people would afraid of me, and then I'll be the hero. That was my imagination at that time. And when I joined class 5, one of my English teachers used to slap me because I could not spell the word correctly. And that was the beginning of becoming a teacher for me. Becoming an army was in class 4, and after class 4, in class 5, the slap of my English teacher made me English teacher.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful.
Sometimes slapping building punishing, these things can lead to some other way as well. So I took the road less traveled by this like road first. So when I completed my IA and I joined bachelor in Rajgras, I was jobless. I was seeking the job, and during my study, one of the lecturer in the same college appointed me as a teacher in a private school, and I became a teacher. After that, I joined to government school, and I worked for the government school. Now it has been 26 years in the government sector and 8 years in private sector. So there is a long journey of being a teacher. It's a passion for me as well. To continue as a teacher is my passion. I have seen many people earning a lot of money. They are making money, and they are spending their luxurious life. But I'm never jealous of them. I'm satisfied with what I am. That's my motto. And I have worked in a very primary level teacher. I love teaching in primary schools. That's what I want to reveal today. I love teaching in primary schools because I saw that primary teachers are the most victimized teachers from several aspects. And until we improve the situation in that very basic ground level, we can't expect the quality of education in a higher level. Still, the primary teachers are least respected teachers in our community, and I'm working on that. As Gunraj sir said, the best teacher award in Java, best teacher award campaign, and this is the right place that I thought to share my experience. I have shared it to the leaders here on the stage in sometimes in the past. And I'm working on that to learn about best teacher award. Why best teacher? Who can be the best teacher? I spent myself around 3 lakh rupees as just a government school teacher to see who can be the best teacher. And I went to attend one of the biggest summit called Global Education and Skill Summit in Dubai, where a teacher is respected in that summit. Only teachers matter. People are talking about teachers' positions in schools. So I learned from them that the teacher who received an award of $1 million, I wanted to meet him. I met him, spent a night with drinking coffee with him, and shared so many ideas. So that was my learning, and when I came back, I started that campaign. Why not we start in Nepal? If the teacher can be selected as the best teacher from the world, why cannot be selected from my school, from my palikas, and from my district, and from my country? So I started from my school. Let us at least award one of the best teacher from each school so that they can be encouraged, empowered, as Lakshman sir said, what this empower us. That is the one thing that empowers us. It encourages us. So that's why I have my head teacher here in this hall somewhere, and he is very much positive to establish this best teacher award from my school. And fortunately, in third, second year, I got that award from my school. It was not my aim to receive that award because it was my campaign. And I have established that Best Teacher Award in Vietnam Nagar Palika where I stay, live. And now I'm working for other palikas. Other several palikas also have started this teacher award campaign. And I want to complete half of course, then I will go to the province level and then the national level. That's what my campaign is. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dharmendra sir. The most interesting part of your narrative was a boy who was in fourth grade dreamed of being a rifleman, turned into a teacher, and won the Best Teacher Award. That's wonderful. Um, and dear participants, we'll have a very brief question answer session. And dear Master of Ceremony, we began our panel discussion at 3:30, so we will run it till 4:30 and 5 minutes question answer. And I would request my panelists to be as brief as possible to cover up the issues that we have thought of for this panel discussion. Now I would like to come back with Moti Madam again, and I would want you to add some female dynamics to our discussion. In one of the TED Talks, I guess many of you know what TED Talks is. It features fascinating discussions and debates. In that TED Talks, an educator named Rita Ann says, if your students do not like you, they don't learn from you. If your students do not like you, they don't learn from you. So my question to her is, do you feel that you have consistently been a likable teacher throughout your career? And being a likable teacher is not that easy. So what's your quick reflection on this, man?
Thank you, Professor. I agree with this TED Talk campus because if your students don't like you, don't want to listen to you, if you are a very good teacher, you say yourself, it doesn't work. If in the classroom, if you go, your students, they don't care for you, they don't listen to it, they do not learn anything from you. So that's why it's teacher's job to make them understand. And how you do that, it's up to you. So teacher has a great responsibility. You have a power. As I agree with them that it's not only the profession, it's your passion. So how could you make them to listen? It's up to you as a teacher. And I'm fortunate in that sense. From the beginning, from the school level to the college level and university level, most of the students I meet, they say, "Ma'am, you are the most amazing teacher." And everywhere you go, you say, "We remember your class like this." So in sense I'm very positive and fortunate in that. I'm blessed. We can say that. But all the teachers, they do not have some kind of biasness, prejudice. I don't know why the children have that kind of thinking. They think about that teacher is not good. So it's up to us how we would make them understand and make the children to listen to you in the classroom. So that we have to know your own mistake and
Yes, ma'am.
that's true.
Thank you.
Any other
Thank you.
questions or
Okay, thank you, ma'am. म सुनिता म्याडमलाई त्यसो हो भने नेपालीमै प्रश्न गर्न चाहन्छु धन्यवाद हजुरलाई अलिक सजिलै पार्नु हजुरले आफ्नो स्थानीय पालिका र हजुरले जुन पोजिसनमा हुनुहुन्छ त्यहाँबाट टिचर्सहरूको डिमान्ड्सलाई टिचर्सहरूको इस्युलाई त्यहाँ पालिकाबाट जाने बजेटलाई आफूले हेर्नुपर्दा टिचरहरूको के समस्या चाहिँ ठुलो समस्या हो के गरिदियो भने चाहिँ टिचर खुसी हुन्छन् किनकि हाम्रो इस्यु चाहिँ टिचर खुसी भयो भने विद्यार्थी खुसी हुन्छ खुसी विद्यार्थीले राम्रो सिक्न सक्छ भन्ने डिस्कसन भइरहेको छ त्यसैले पालिकाले स्कुलहरूलाई र त्यहाँका टिचर्सहरूलाई कसो गर्यो भने चाहिँ बढी मद्दत पुग्न सक्छ र टिचर खुसी हुन सक्छन् भन्ने यहाँलाई लाग्दछ
The project admission भएको छ त्यो स्टडी गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ प्रायः जस्तो स्कुलहरूले चाहिँ उहाँको इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेभलपमेन्टको लागि नै पोजिटिभ भएको देख्यो भने अब टिचरहरूलाई कसरी खुसी पार्ने भन्दाखेरि मान्छेलाई अब खुसी बनाउनलाई त यस्तो आफै स्वयंमै खुसी हुनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ कसैले खुसी बनाउनु सक्दैन अनि आफै म खुसी हुन्छु भनेर नै राख्नुपर्छ एउटा कुरा अर्को चाहिँ हामीले मलाई खुसी बनाउनलाई एउटा हामीले अलिकति सहजीकरण चाहिँ गर्न सक्छौँ कि जस्तो लाग्छ त्यसको लागि त अब पालिकाबाट चाहिँ अहिले टिचरहरूलाई चाहिँ न्यून ट्रेनिङ हुने मद्दत गर्ने कारणले अर्गनाइज गर्नुभएको हामीले चाहिँ टिचरहरूलाई भनेको उहाँहरू सायद अब 4-5जना चाहिँ पार्टिसिपेट हुनुभएको छ कि जस्तो लाग्छ अब अरू चाहिँ उहाँहरूको आफ्नै पर्सनल प्रब्लमको कारणले गर्दा पार्टिसिपेट हुनुभएको जस्तो लाग्छ अर्को कुरा चाहिँ अब अघि यहाँ सरले पनि भन्नुभयो मोटिभेसन इम्पावरमेन्टको कुरा मोटिभेसन अब हाम्रो टिचरमा अहिले टिचर अथवा भनौँ नेपालका सबै सरकारी जो पनि जब होल्डरहरू छ उहाँहरूको चाहिँ लो पे नै छ होइन यसले भनौँ आर्थिक तथा गैर आर्थिक कुराहरू चाहिँ आर्थिक रूपमा उसलाई पेमेन्टहरू बढाइदिनु पऱ्यो उसको शिक्षा उसको बालबच्चाको शिक्षा स्वास्थ्यको पनि सरकारले त्यो सम्बन्धी सोच्नु पऱ्यो होइन अब गैर आर्थिकमा जस्तै उहाँलाई चाहिँ अब उहाँलाई ढाडस दिने कुरा भयो सपोर्ट गर्ने कुरा भयो उहाँलाई पुरस्कृत गर्ने कुराहरू भयो त्यो छँदैछ त्यसको लागि चाहिँ अब पालिकाले पनि अब यहाँ हाम्रो सर हुनुहुन्छ अब हामीले समन्वय गरेर हाम्रो पालिकाभित्र पनि अब बेस्ट टिचरको लागि हामीले होइन उहाँलाई पुरस्कृत भनेर अब म पनि त्यो यहाँ मेरो साथीहरूसँग म राख्दैछु त्यो कुरा पनि अनि अब सायद त्यति नै होला
हस् यहाँलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद हजुरको सुझावको लागि पनि धन्यवाद Now over to you, Hemant sir. Against the background of the happy teacher that we have been talking about, what do you believe are the most pressing issues facing English language teachers in our context today? So in your observation, what do you think could make teachers happy? This could be a big question, but you can cut it short based on your experience, sir.
Thanks a lot. This is a very good question to answer. If the British people say a good question to answer, that is a difficult question to answer. And this is a poor question, but I would like to express my ideas in some points. To keep the teachers happy, first, the kind of atmosphere. The atmosphere should be, every teacher should be provided with healthy living atmosphere. Healthy living atmosphere. Next one is physical safety and financial security of the teacher. Because in the past, during the training, so many teachers asked me to talk with the ministry in Kathmandu, on behalf of the teachers, to provide every teacher the insurance facility. That should cover not only the single teacher, but also the entire family free of cost. That was one of the concerns of most of the participants in this type of workshop, about 100 participants. That's why I consider their financial security is really, really important to keep themselves happy and focused on the job. Another is to create such an environment in which teachers have job motivation and job satisfaction. Job motivation and job satisfaction are not the same thing. You might have job motivation, but you might not have job satisfaction. Two things should go together. And the rapport. Another is opportunity for growth of career growth and development. Everybody wants to go to the higher position. And one point, teachers should have the ability, what we call is the rapport building, liking of the students, or kind of preparing themselves to have a kind of subconscious mental parameter, so that they can work together with the students. So precisely, the teachers should be provided with the safety and security that is physical, financial, professional growth opportunity, and creating an atmosphere for job satisfaction and job motivation. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.